Earlier today, we ran into a local guy. He's a local chiropractor. Yesterday afternoon, commuting home from work, he was driving on the interstate. Aware of the storm, he heard on the radio it was just about on top of him. He pulled over looking for shelter. To him, the local IMAX movie theater seemed like the largest structure, so he sought shelter there along with a lot of other people. When the storm blew over, and there's the shape the IMAX theater was in today when we joined him, his brother, and his father. When the storm blew over, joined by the other members of his family, he went to work, followed his instinct, and ended up saving 18 lives along with some other men, including one of the scenes that became an early iconic picture of the recovery, the scramble after the devastation. There he is. Hear now our conversation earlier today. When you came up here, was there any issue getting in?
No, not at all. It was fine. The storm was all west of us, so we couldn't really see.
So you're on the leeward side.
Right.
So these doors weren't flapping yet?
No. There was heavy winds, but the sky really didn't look much different than now.
It tracked just north of the Warren Theater, and it hit the Warren Theater. And right there on the corner is the Norman Regional Healthcare Center. It's the hospital.
Well, I knew Matt was down here at the Warren, and my office is just up the street. We were getting hailed on pretty good, so I went up north and then come around the back side of the storm and followed it in. I got him on the phone, waved my hat, and he was over here helping these people get out already.
How did you know? You just followed sounds, voices?
I knew that was a hospital over there and some medical officers here, and then heard somebody from the next clinic over yelling, "Hey, if y'all are looking to help somebody, there's 18 people missing over here." So we went over there, and sure enough, we started having to pull people out. The first 11 came out maybe within 20 minutes, and just a crack in the roof. Just amazing that they found a little pocket to get in that didn't totally collapse. And so we pulled those out, and then the last 3 took some other power tools from the firemen to get out.
You just let instinct take over, and as soon as you saw the next human face, pulled them out?
Of course. You know, unfortunately, this is not our first rodeo around here. And so when the need is there, we step up, and not just us, but everybody around here. And there were definitely people in need yesterday, and a lot of folks stepped up.
You know, there's a guy who's about 70 years old that we picked up out of there and just hugging him. And we said, "Man, are you okay? Where are you hurting at?" And he said, "All over." And, you know, thinking about it last night, couldn't really sleep. And but that felt pretty good to help those people.
Folks around the country are looking at your town wondering, where do you begin?
I guess you just begin where we are. I mean, all it takes just to look around, you see a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things to do, a lot of people hurting, and a lot of people dealing with the losses physically and their family and stuff. And so all you can really do is just everything you can.
What's going to happen is the locals around here are going to step up. We've got a large oil company here in Oklahoma City by the name of Chesapeake that just donated last night $1 million, and I'm in no way associated with them. But that's what we're going to see happen on a grand scale, commercially. People are going to step up in that manner. On a smaller scale, there's going to be chainsaws. There's going to be assistance with a loaner vehicle. There's going to be homes opened. There's going to be all of that. Churches are working at full capacity right now to help as much as they can. And the bottom line is everybody's going to do everything they can to move forward until tomorrow, and the sun will shine again in the morning.
Understand people are going to be watching this, and they're going to be very grateful for people like you. You came here for shelter, and the minute you could, you got outside to help people who needed it. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. You hear that expression, "This is not our first rodeo," over and over, and it helps to be more Oklahoma because they have gone through this, and recovery is at such a premium. We went by that same theater just a few hours ago, just after our conversation with the entire Spalding family. They were rewiring the neon to get the IMAX sign back up and running while they get the theater back up and running, and the entire front of the theater is by now cleaned off. So you take your victories where you can get it.